So stupid. Yo, what up, homies? This is Dimensional Rift Summer Edition. I hope you brought your swimwear and your beach ball. Yeah, today we're going to talk about a show called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. You might have heard of it. It was on the CW, so it probably didn't get a lot of promotion. Riverdale took the spotlight for those years, unfortunately.
I had never heard of it until you showed me.
See?
Yeah.
And then on my right is Alyssa.
Hi, everyone.
She's back.
I'm back. And better than ever.
Talking about her favorite things, TV shows.
I do love a good TV show.
Only if it's written form.
Yeah, I'm more often reading books than watching shows, but I once in a while get a good show in there.
Yeah. What are you reading today?
I am reading this Hawaiian book called Hula by Jasmine Iolaki Hakes, and it's a really interesting book with a lot of Hawaiian culture. If anybody is interested in checking that out.
Yeah, but you have to know how to read.
Yeah, that's a crucial part, and comprehension.
That's cool. I dig it. And been going to the movies this summer. I've been going a lot. I've been going sometimes twice a week because there's just so many new releases.
Yeah.
This summer movie season's been packed. This whole year's been good for the movies. Like, the box office is doing the best since pre-pandemic.
I think going to the movies is becoming cool again. Like, people are excited to leave the house and do things.
Yeah. So is physical media. It's making a big comeback because of a lot of controversial digital options. You know, I don't need to elaborate because people have been talking to death about, you know what, part 6. She's like, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Anyway. But yeah, the movies are making a big comeback. I say every year, theaters are dying. They're not going to die. They're not going anywhere. There's always going to be an AMC that tells you 3 times before the movie starts that you're an AMC.
And there's always going to be the movie popcorn, which is a huge reason to go to the movies anyway. Because even if the movie sucks, at least you had movie popcorn with butter.
Speaking of sucks, I saw Supergirl yesterday.
Oh God, how was that?
No, I can't even say that it sucked, man. I just didn't feel anything. It was very weightless. The woman who played her, she was fine.
Yeah.
She was okay. She wasn't a perfect character. She made a lot of mistakes. She got people killed with her mistakes. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like maybe in a different environment, I probably would have enjoyed her more. It was like the story was weak. Her dog gets poisoned, so she's chasing this guy to get an antidote, and there's so many opportunities for her to get the antidote, and she just dicks around because this little girl is trying to get revenge for her family. The same guy killed, small universe. And she's just a bad actor. The little girl. Supergirl, she's fine.
Yeah.
She's fine. A few times I see Superman, and every time he came on screen, I'm like, man, she was watching Superman right now. So, Jason Momoa plays this guy named Lobo, who's like a freaking singer from the rock band Kiss, and he basically has no point in this story. They just wanted to introduce him so he could probably have a movie in the future, and people have been fan casting him as Lobo for over a decade, like even before he was Aquaman. And he just shows up, he does something cool, he quips, and then he just leaves the scene. Like, that's his main purpose in this movie. He does that like 3 times. And I wish he was the main bad guy, because that would have been very, much more entertaining than the bad guy we got. His face is like bedazzled with beads. Like, I'm not even kidding. That's what he looks like. He's always doing like some weird shit. He's always like eating something or like making a weird dumb face.
Oh gosh.
I don't even remember his name. His name's like Briggs or something. He is so forgettable. Yeah, it's just a weak story. Forgettable characters. It's the definition of an airplane movie. So
Oh no.
skip.
Skip.
Then-
But can we talk about movies that were really, really good, like Toy Story 5?
Yeah.
I really liked Toy Story 5.
Toy Story 5 was the best part 5 that came out this week. Jackass 5 felt like a cash grab.
Oh.
Could have been straight to Paramount Plus. I love seeing those guys, but this was not it. They clearly just didn't have the balls to make a full movie, so they half-assed it with a bunch of old footage that we've seen before.
Is this the last one, or?
It is the last one, but the last one should have been 3D because they had like a really big send-off at the end, and they had all of the core team. Ryan Dunn passed away the year after. He's one of the OG members of Jackass. They should have just ended it there, but
Yeah.
alas. But yeah, wait for that for streaming. The Toy Story 5, go.
Definitely go see Toy Story 5. So cute. Such a good... It was actually a really good representation of how technology is like taking over childhoods. But oh my gosh, it was so good. And I have to give a shout out to all of the Toy Story movies because they always have a scene where a kid is reading. It's the only cartoon that mentions reading that I feel like is represented on Disney.
You say you cried like 3 times.
I did. I cried 3 times. I was very emotional in that movie. But I thought it was cute. I loved it.
Yeah. They focus a lot on Bonnie this time. I think this is the most screen time they've given to any of the kids in these movies, because basically the villain is an iPad, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
It's making fun of like the leapfrog thingies.
Mm-hmm.
And she's 8 years old, so she's not making friends. Her parents try to get her an iPad to, I guess, help her blend in.
I think they initially meant for it to help her make friends.
Fit in.
Or fit in with other kids, because all the kids in the neighborhood had it, and it seemed like an age of passage thing. They're like, you're 8 years old now, so here's your iPad.
Leave us alone. We're gonna do gambling online.
It just like goes so south so quickly. She also just makes these crappy friends who hate toys, and they're like shaming her for playing with toys.
Yeah, that's choice.
Pretty silly, but she ended up finding a little weirdo like her. Spoiler alert. But it's so good.
This one's for the girlies. If you like Barbie, don't like Toy Story. No, I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm like, Jessie's like the main character. She's
Jessie takes over.
And I kept saying, like, Woody's in this too, but he doesn't really do anything. He's just there for like support. Like, he helps Buzz get info from the iPad. That's all he does. And I'm like, it feels like he didn't belong here. And then I read that the original script did not have Woody.
Wow.
And I'm like, there it is.
Yeah.
And I could feel it, that he wasn't meant to be here. And I wish, like, he should have been a cameo. He could have been a cameo, like Bo Peep was, like at the beginning and at the end.
Mm-hmm.
If he was a cameo, it would have made 4's ending still like hit. Because now he's like, show up whenever. Like, hey, what's up, guys? I was in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
No.
It was so easy for them to get a hold of him.
So, you could have had like Toy Story 4's ending like matter more if we didn't have him. But he's the poster boy for the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So that was definitely an executive decision. Like, you need Woody in this movie. I don't go. Woody does.
Yeah.
He needs to be here. But, you know, it's always good to see these characters. I grew up with these characters. The first one came out when I was 5. So, basically, I was the same age as Andy. So, I, like, grew up watching them. Toy Story 3's ending still hits hard after all these years.
Yeah.
And I believe the first one would be a perfect ending. I think they each have their own strength as a franchise. Like, Toy Story 1 had the best villain.
Yeah.
Toy Story 2 had like the best action sequence with the airport at the end. 3 had the best ending. 4 for. The best character, Duke Kaboom. I want to see a whole movie about Duke Kaboom. And then 5, I think, had like the best message. Like, you know, you make friends.
Yeah.
Make friends.
I think it was less about making friends and it was more about the power of imagination and also being flexible with your time. 'Cause the kids that were just on the iPad the whole time, they had no depth to them. And then there was kids who actually were playing with things and imagining things. And though they made it about the characters wanting to be played with, it was more of an analogy for working your imagination.
Yeah, the scenes where they're being played with, they do this like cool little watercolor animation.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
And those are some of the best scenes in the movie. They're a lot of fun. Conan O'Brien is like this poop toy that helps you go poop. But he has access to Wi-Fi and instant messaging. And he can go on the cloud. I'm like, you have 2 buttons, my guy. How do you do all this?
All of the old technology toys end up having like super advanced technology.
Yeah, there's an old camera, and then there's a phone there's a flip phone that has a GPS. I've never seen a flip phone that had a GPS before.
They're able to track somebody down live, like while they're in a whole nother location. It's insane.
And then they try to do that thing like, oh, you know, see, the camera took all these pictures of these memories. It's not so bad, and you can have both. Like, Disney's never gonna say like, don't play with iPads, because people are watching Disney Plus on their iPad. So they're gonna be like, you can have your cake and eat it too. That's basically what the thing was. But they really encourage just like make a friend through technology, I guess, because they gaslit those 2 into being friends.
Yeah, they did.
But Buzz wasn't a moron this time. That was good.
Yeah.
They nerfed them in part 4.
Oh, it was terrible.
They pulled a Josh Chan.
Spoilers.
They pulled a Josh Chan. I'm sorry. But yeah, check out Toy Story 5. I will say this though, like out of all of them, this one felt like an episode of a TV show. Like, this is the episode where Bonnie makes a friend. And I think I feel the same way about Toy Story 2. Where it's like, this is the episode where Woody gets kidnapped by a collector. Like, I guess because the stakes aren't super high. Like, 3 had the, you know, they were gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
And then 4, you know, they have the big goodbye at the end. So I guess I'm not, like, discrediting them by saying that they feel like an episode of a TV show. That's just how it is. Like, oh, if I was tuning in this week, like, this is what would happen.
Yeah.
But they're all still great movies. It's a great franchise. A lot of people wouldn't mind another one to wrap up Bonnie's trilogy. People are still holding out hope that the toys end up with Andy's kids someday. It'd be so cliche, but they just might do it.
They might do it.
To appease the audience so they can stay subscribed to Disney Plus.
Yeah. They might have to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. So yeah, we spent like the last 8 months watching like this show called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which only ran for a few seasons, but it had the right amount of time.
Yeah.
I think if it kept going, it would have worn out its welcome. But we'll start. No spoilers, then we'll just like get into it. So like the premise is this woman, she's a lawyer, she basically hates her job, she's not happy, she bumps into her ex from summer camp from 10 years prior, and he's like living the life. Like, he's so happy, he's moving back to California, so she's like trying to chase this high of like, oh my god, like the last time she was happy was with him. That's what it implies, right?
Yeah.
At the beginning. So she just like quits her job and ends up moving to California to, try to be with him, because she's like, oh man, if I'm with him, I'll be happy. Like, that's basically, the catalyst for this show. Like, she's trying to obtain this man to like make her feel happy, make her feel whole, because everything in her life in New York, that's where she starts, is just crap.
Yeah, it just feels like black and white, bland, boring life that she's not happy with, and then she sees somebody who's just being themselves, and she's like, oh, okay, like this is what I have to do. But she completely leaves her life in New York to go chase after him in California and kind of restart her life as well.
Yeah, and eventually they acknowledge it. She spends a lot of money.
Oh,
She
yeah.
spends so much money.
She just throws out money like it's nothing in the first season or two.
Yeah, she gets a nice apartment. She's always spending money. She gets a nice car, and she's just throwing money away. She's spending money on food for people, throwing parties and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she gets there. She transfers to this little rinky-dink firm. Tiny, small mom and pop firm. Well, at the time. And and the question is why would she move here? Because she was about to be partner.
Yeah.
At her old firm. So her coworker she meets is Paula, and her thing is trying to figure out why is she here.
Yeah.
Eventually, she finds out she's here for the love of her life, Josh Chan. And Paula ends up trying to help her throughout the first season. End up with Josh Chan. They do a lot of crazy shit. They break into people's homes. They cause vandalism.
Yeah, they start extreme stalking pretty much.
Gaslighting. They steal I'm sure he stole his phone at some point. They even manipulate his girlfriend because she finds out he has a girlfriend. Mm-hmm. So she tries to be her friend to try to break him up, or just to know him better and stuff. Season 1 is nuts.
Yeah. Season 1, she's completely unhinged. It's one of those shows where the main character just gets crazier and crazier as time goes on, and you just never know what to expect. Each episode is truly crazy to the point where you're I don't know what she's gonna do next. There's points where you really hate her, and then there's points where you're oh, she's really quirky and cute, I really like her. It balances back and forth.
Yeah, in the first scene, we're in our new apartment, she's drawing out her medication. She's throwing it down in the sink. I don't need this anymore.
That is important because when she was in New York, she was heavily medicated. And then when she goes to California, she just starts throwing all her pills in the trash and completely goes unhinged. Later on, it gets more into that. But the first season, she's unhinged in a way that it's this is kind of relatable, but I would never go that far. And it's extreme, but kind of funny. And then as it progresses, it gets even crazier to the point where you're what? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think season 1's probably the lightest in tone. Mm-hmm. It's it's just a quirky girl has a crush on a guy, and then over time you realize, wait, this is a medical disorder. It slowly reveals the onion of the actual story. This is what's actually happening. Mm-hmm. And she meets a bunch of people over there. Greg, they always go to this bar at Home Base. Home Base is their restaurant. You'll never see them at another restaurant unless it's for a super special date.
Yeah.
Home Base, you're going to see a lot of Home Base.
Weddings, funerals, they do everything there. Home Base is literally Home Base.
Yeah, so, and then she ends up going out with the bartender, whose name is Greg, and Greg is a schlub.
Yeah, I will admit I was an initial Greg lover. In the beginning, he's just this asshole-ish guy, but you could tell he really cares about her because she keeps coming to this bar, and you can tell she's here for somebody else. You can tell she's here on some mission, but you don't really know what. And he's just kind of pining after her in the beginning. He's just
he has low self-esteem.
Yeah, very low self-esteem.
Low standards, because I think episode 4, she goes on a date with Greg, and then she bails on him to take somebody else home.
Yeah. To fuck. Yeah. Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, Rebecca does some wild shit. The show's not afraid of making her an unlikable protagonist.
They actually love making her unlikable.
Yeah. And that's not even the worst of it. It gets way worse. Well, that's the crucifix, I don't know, the crux of season 1. And to me, it's the most funny of all the seasons. Because I watched it initially years ago. Someone told me about it, and I jumped at it season 2 because I felt like it was dragging. But I understand why. Because season 2 is where she finally gets Josh.
Yeah.
And then it's not as it's not what she thought it would be.
It's not what anybody thought it would be. It's just
No.
so crappy. It gets continuously worse. And at some points, this show is painful to watch. There's like certain cringy, the amount of cringe that happens all at once that you're just like, oh, I don't know how this is happening to her. But she keeps getting herself into these scenarios and oh, it just goes downhill. But it takes you on this entire journey. But as season 1 was so light and funny and kind of crazy, season 2 is like reality sets in that she's in this whole new place and she's kind of got what she wants, but not really. And she's never really happy.
Her mom's a bitch.
Oh, her mom is awful.
Mom is very, very deprecating of her decisions.
Mm-hmm.
She just never supports her. Period. Like
Yeah.
she just wants her to be a super lawyer lady, so she can talk about her to her friends.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, look at my baby girl. She's like such a big shot. She makes so much money. But eventually she does. Her name is Rebecca. Did we say that?
Yeah, I think you've said Rebecca a couple times.
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, the girl who plays Rebecca. Her name is Rachel Bloom, and she created this show, I think, with a friend of hers. And the main hook of the show is it's a musical.
Yeah, I can't believe that hasn't been mentioned yet. It is a musical. And when you first showed me this show, you did not tell me that. So we put it on. And this singing starts happening. And I was like, what is happening right now? I was so thrown. And I have to say the first like 5 or 6 songs I just hated because I was never ready for them. I was like, oh my God, what is this?
Yeah, like the sexy getting ready song.
No.
It's the sexy getting ready song. Gonna tweeze my eyebrows and wax my chocha. It's the sexy getting ready song. I love that song. And then a random rapper comes in.
Yeah. No, they're definitely
you
funny.
hate the songs. I think it was like episode 4. You were like, okay, that's okay.
Yeah. It took me a while. I honestly had to get used to it because I was like, and I don't hate musicals. I like musicals, but
sure can.
I do.
Sure can.
But yeah.
Sexy getting ready. Yeah, and you're like, oh. That was my first reaction. I'm like, oh, she's singing. And it's like right at the beginning, so you're like, okay, maybe it's just a one-off. But then there's another song. I'm like, okay. And then the next episode, another song and another song.
Yeah.
And sometimes they go so far between songs that you forget. Mm-hmm. And so when they do it, it's jarring. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. It's shocking at times. But eventually they do mention this is something that she does. Like that's how she processes things.
Yeah. The whole finale is basically around that.
Yeah.
Because she never tells people this. That she's, has these like musical numbers in her head. And that's how she like copes with her feelings and how she's feeling at the time. And her situation. She's trying to find a solution. But the thing is... other people sing when she's not in the room. Like she could be totally out of the scene and people will still sing. So you kind of just have to like
just accept
it. It's fine. Like she's not there. They're singing. Most of the cast are good singers.
Yeah.
Most of them are good. Some some worse than others. Paula's probably the best singer.
Oh, Paula's
She has
phenomenal.
like the opera voice. She goes
does.
big.
Somehow they always manage to put Josh in a musical number when you hate Josh the most.
He can't even sing that well.
Oh, it's beyond terrible.
He usually dances a lot in his musical numbers. He has like a boy band number.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the songs I remember from season 1. I feel like that's where the best songs came from. Like I still remember Heavy Boobs. Heavy boobs. Heavy boobs. Got those heavy boobs. and like I'm So Good at Yoga, because they're like
Oh, you
so
loved I'm So Good
specific.
at Yoga.
I'm So Good at Yoga is so good. Like, it's so good. But 4 has some bangers too, like the one where he's like, "Don't be a lawyer, your life's gonna suck."
Yeah.
But then it's like, text emergency, text catastrophe. Oh my god. They do like different genres. It's not always the same genre. They'll do like, rock, pop,
And there are costumes that go
rap.
with each of the genres and each of the songs. Like they do a whole set, either they'll have a whole set or they'll have almost like a music video type scene for it.
Yeah, they had a whole song about being stuck in traffic with somebody you don't like. And it was like a Beach Boys vibe. I'm just like, oh, okay, I respect that. But yeah, she eventually gets a roommate, Heather.
Yep.
Heather's one of the best characters.
Oh, we love Heather. She's very blunt and honest and just herself. Like there's no extraness to her. She's
Yeah,
just
there's no bullshit when it comes to Heather. She will
Yeah.
always tell the truth to your face.
always.
She will always tell it like it is, even if it's like mean.
Mm-hmm.
She keeps it real. She doesn't have a lot of songs, but when she does, you remember.
I feel like she was in a lot of songs. She was in a lot of
She
songs.
didn't have a lot of
didn't have
solos.
Yeah.
She had like maybe 2 solos.
Yeah. That's because they made even her singing like match her
Monotone.
energy. Yeah. Because she's very
Like-
monotone, and so when she sings, that's how she's singing
It's
as
like,
well.
this is my moment. My moment, I guess.
Yeah.
Her boss, Daryl, is like super clingy. Just wants to be your friend. He's like a puppy. He just really wants to be everybody's friend.
Yeah, but specifically, he wants to be Paula's best friend.
Yeah, he's like a puppy. He's like, I want to be your friend. I want to be your friend. He gets some good songs. He gets like the Bi anthem, Happy Pride.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was it? How does it go? Damn. I guess I'm getting by. Something like that.
Yeah.
He has a bi awakening. This show's very queer coded.
Yeah,
There's
very
a lot
queer.
of queer scenes. Gives me Broad City vibes. I'm surprised there was like no overlap. I was expecting like people to come in from Broad City or something
Yeah.
and make a guest spot, because these shows were running parallel to each other at the same time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why I told you. Just kidding. I'm kidding. So I was very shocked and because I could see Abby and Alana like singing a song.
Yeah, that would have been
Or
funny.
Rachel Bloom going on there and doing something.
And they could have done something about the whole like being Jewish from New York, because something
Yeah.
we don't mention is
She is
Rebecca's
Jewish.
from Westchester, and she's very Jewish.
Very Jewish.
So she has a Jewish song with this other Jewish girl from her hometown, and it's like a rap battle.
She has a nemesis.
That was really good.
That looks like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, season 1 has a rap battle between those two, and it's actually really, really good.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite rap situations in the whole show.
Because they really go for it. So yeah, season 1 is just a lot of schemes. And the episode titles always have Josh in the title. Until season 3, where she finds a new man.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, we'll get to that. But yeah, so season 1, she's just trying to get in good with Josh's family. Josh's family really likes her.
They love her.
The Thanksgiving episode's really funny because she's has to take a shit, but she's spying on Josh, and then Josh starts banging Valencia in the other room, and she can't escape.
Yeah, he's with this girl Valencia for many, many years. It's not like, oh,
They
he just
imply
met
it's
some
high
girl
school.
since high school.
Yeah.
And then, so it's been at least 6, 7, 8 years of them being together. So she's going after this guy who's extremely taken, and she's just not. She doesn't feel bad at all
No
in the
boundaries.
beginning. Yeah.
And Valencia, she starts off as a very, the typical snobbish character, very vain, very materialistic. I mean, she doesn't change that much. She just becomes nice. She's still materialistic and all that, but she's just nicer about it.
Yeah.
But in season 2, when her and Josh are done, they try to become a girl group with her and Heather, and then is one of my favorite episodes where they do a parody of Trapped in the Closet because Paula gets trapped in the bathroom. That was funny. And that was right before, that was right after I stopped watching. So I felt like if I kept watching, I probably would have really liked that episode. I probably would have stayed on. Also, I guess season 2 just starts off really slow because she's living with Josh and it's not going well. She's giving her these love, droplets, love nuggets. I don't know what she calls.
Yeah.
And Josh just wants a casual relationship.
Yeah, Josh is in it just for just the sex. And it's so weird because she's so obsessed with him and it's so obvious that she's obsessed with him. And she's like begging him to put his clothes in her dresser. And
she made him a whole dresser with like lights.
Yeah.
And designs of where to put the underwear. Oh, and so
he's
cute.
Just dipping out every time because he's like, oh God, I'm here to get fucked.
She's like getting attached to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh has a friend group who you get to know little by little as the series goes on. It's Greg, who eventually leaves in season 2. He's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Deuces. But then there's White Josh, who's like a gym bro. He's also gay. Daryl dates him for a little bit. And then there's Hector, who they don't really do much until like season 3. He's just known for like hanging out with his mom, being best friends with his mom.
Yeah.
And he never sings. He's the only one that doesn't sing.
That's true. He never sings.
They just like him because he never sings.
But he's also very much a side character.
Yeah. And then the people in the office also get side characters too.
Yeah.
They get more screen time over time, like Maya and
I really
George.
liked Maya.
Yeah, I saw her in that other show.
Mm-hmm.
She made a cameo.
She did.
But the main people are usually just Josh and Heather, Paula, Daryl, Rebecca.
Yeah, Paula's a major character. Paula, I would say, sometimes gets just as much, if not more, screen time than Rebecca.
Yeah, season 2, they decide, like, okay, like, no more schemes. Like, we're not doing this shit anymore. She starts going to law school and having her own adventures. You meet her family. Family kind of sucks.
Oh, yeah.
They treat her like shit. Her husband cheats on her with Tanya.
And then she forgives him.
She gives him mad times. And then she almost cheats on him with that random guy.
But she almost cheats on him way early in the show. It's like season 1 or season 2. And then later on...
she almost cheats on him twice.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, she almost bangs that one dude in the hotel.
So then you almost don't feel bad when he cheats on her, but then...
Basically, his marriage is doomed.
Their marriage sucks. But then in the end, they make it seem like they have the best marriage ever. So take it with a grain of salt.
It's just compliance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those are like the main characters. So season 2 is just... Season 1 was just the hook of getting Josh Chan. Mm-hmm. That's why I was like really focused. Like every episode was dedicated to how can I get closer to Josh? How can I make him like me? Etc. Etc. There's a whole episode where she rents a party bus and they're going to the beach, and then people are just like asking her like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Yeah.
And she has to
and every day her goal, it doesn't matter if she's at work, she'll leave work midday or she'll skip work. It's like work is just so dispendable and just whatever.
Yeah, work doesn't exist.
Yeah.
She can just work whenever she wants, and she's good in her job too. That's what's crazy.
She's phenomenal at being a lawyer. She gets a lot
of shit done.
Yeah, and they do show that. They do show her doing well at her job because her firm really does love her and need her, and eventually, she makes a lot of change for a lot of people, but yeah, she could just leave work whenever she wants. She's like, "Oh, Josh is at a party, gotta go," and then she just runs out.
Gotta go. Oh my God, he texted me.
Yeah, it's very like Disney Channel coded, where you can just leave any setting at any time, but it's, just shows how obsessed she was with him in the first season. She really laser focuses on Josh equals happiness, and without Josh, there is no happiness. And then in season 2, when you get bombed with the terrible outcome of their relationship, you're just like, ugh, this is gross.
Yeah, season 2 takes a while to get going. And then during the middle of that, she's like trying to make a friend group. She's like, I don't need Josh. Then eventually they come back, and then This dude's introduced Nathaniel. You're just like, okay, I see the vision now. I think he buys the firm or something.
His dad buys
His
the
dad
firm.
buys the firm so he can run it, right?
Yeah.
And immediately, as soon as he shows up, she's like, they're gonna fuck.
I felt sexual tension from the first episode that he was in. And even though they frame him instantly as this asshole jerk, spoiled, rich, all of those things. He's like this
He's daddy's boy.
cis male, white, like, rich guy. He just has everything he wants. He's a daddy's boy.
Wants to impress his daddy.
He just wants his dad to notice him. And so he's kind of hateable, but kind of likable in some weird way. I don't know why I liked him the whole time, but I did. And yeah, I mean, I ended up really rooting for him at one point. At one point, he really sucks bad, but they make everybody suck at some point.
Yeah, he comes on the scene and they get stuck in an elevator and he's like, I think we should really have sex right now. Should really have sex right now. Kissing and touching, hugging and rubbing, skin to sin, let the party begin.
You remember these songs so well. I could not give you one verse to one of those songs.
What do you mean?
No, you have phenomenal memory.
You don't remember you stupid bitch.
No.
You ruined everything, you stupid bitch. You don't remember that one?
No, I remember it. I just don't know the lyrics.
Oh, I'm gonna do karaoke later. So yeah, season 2, she gets freaked out by this new guy in the office, Nathaniel, and she's like, oh my god, like, I should marry Josh. They get engaged because Josh receives a freaking tub of chicken soup from her when he's sick. And then he's like, maybe Rebecca's my soulmate because she gave me some chicken soup.
Yeah, can we talk about that transition? Because he's going from just having sex with her and looking at her as just some, like, weirdly obsessed, casual sex lover to, he gets sick in one episode, she sends him soup, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, I think I love her. This is crazy. And then they end up just getting re-obsessed with each other.
Yeah, it felt super forced.
Yeah.
It felt super forced and weird. I don't know if it's because some seasons are shorter, some seasons are longer. Maybe they just didn't have the time to fully flesh that out, so they just kind of like rushed it. And then on top of that, they moved the wedding up to like, it's happening in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, it's one of those things that you're like, it's like a car crash and you know it's gonna happen and you're just watching, and nothing can prepare you for the actual wedding episode because that was insane.
Her dad's there too. Her dad sucks even more than her mom.
Oh.
He shows up hitting her up for money, basically, on her wedding day. It's crazy, man. And then he leaves her at the altar to become a priest. Just cause.
Just cause. He's never shown any interest in this at all. And he has that envelope that's like Rebecca's past, and he's scared.
We didn't bring that up, Trent.
Yeah, so Trent, if you rewind all the way back to season 1, there's an episode where she has to have this pretend boyfriend, Trent, who ends up showing up and being obsessed with her and being like, oh my god, I actually, like, he's not even...
That's her fault, though.
But it is her fault, because she
searched him out to use him as, like, an alibi. Like, this is my boyfriend. You know, he was at Harvard at the same time.
Yeah.
And he just ends up having a massive crush on her. Like, oh my god, I've been waiting for this moment my whole time. So he shows up every now and then as a wild card.
Yeah. He'll be like, well, first he was trying to get her to be with him and by blackmailing her with her past, and then eventually she just cuts him out. She's like, I'm not doing this anymore, whatever. So to get revenge later on, when she's about to marry Josh,
gives her the envelope.
He gives him the envelope. He gives Josh this envelope.
But he bailed on the wedding before he looked at the envelope.
That's true.
He bailed before.
I think it was the doubt in him because of the envelope and because he already had doubts. And it just further pushed him to be like, how can I get out of this? The only way I can possibly get out of
I'm a
this is
priest
to
now,
be a priest.
so I can't stick my dick in anything anymore legally.
And he doesn't have a face-to-face conversation with her at all about it.
No, he's a coward. Like, the first season, Josh seems very competent. He has a lot of hobbies. He has a lot of friends. He works at a job that he likes. She helps him get a job at that tech store that he likes. And he seems like a normal-ass adult in his mid-20s, but then, like, starting with season 2, they dumb him down.
They dumb him down a lot, and they take away everything
worse.
that makes him who he is. They take away his hobbies, like he used to be into karate and go to these karate classes.
He was a competent human being. Now he could barely take care of himself.
Yeah, he used to go out with his friends. He used to, like, do all these things. Now he's like, I don't know how to get a job. I don't know how to be a grown-up. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah, and the fan theory is, well, through season 1, or whenever Rebecca was obsessed with him, we're seeing him through her eyes.
Oh.
So we see him as this guy. I mean, that's the fan theory, but I just think that they just want to make him the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
So my thing is, like, when he quits, he bails on the wedding to be a priest. They should have wrote him out of the show, at least for a while, because immediately comes back and says, "Yeah, that didn't work out."
Yep.
So it felt like they wrote themselves in a corner. They didn't know what to do. They were like, "Well, this storyline is kind of boring," so they just undid that quick.
They undid that really quick, and then they threw him in as this, like, dumb character that shows up with something dumb to say every, like, 20 minutes. Like, he would just show up and be like, "Hey guys, I think I'm gonna do this."
Yeah, from like the beginning of season 3 on, he's irrelevant. Like, he doesn't really contribute anything to the show, anything meaningful, except a few gags here and there until, like, the last leg of the show.
Yeah.
Where they have to, like, do, like, the three-way fight for her.
Once the fight for her started happening, they started really pissing me off.
But alright, but here's the thing: the beginning of season 3, it starts off strong. Like, she's pissed. She does her hair. She gets a makeover. She's like, "We're gonna ruin this guy's life." And then her fucking grand plan is to take a shit and turn him into cupcakes and send it to his house.
Oh yeah.
Which he eventually did. Behind
True.
Paula's back. But they're like, "No, we gotta do something else. We gotta do something else, babe." And then she goes to Nathaniel for help. And Nathaniel's, like, threatening to, like, I forget what he does, like, I don't know, ruin one of his relatives' like career or something, like really fuck them over. And she's like, whoa, that's too much.
Yeah.
And he's like, what?
Nathaniel is like also unhinged as well. Like every man in the show is crazy. But Nathaniel's one of those that you're just like, what the? Yeah,
so she ends up just stalking Josh and like tormenting him. Like literally there's like a horror themed episode where she's outside of his house and doing stuff. I think she like murders one of his teddy bears or something.
Yeah. And then she's like making noises in his backyard and he's like jumping at every sound.
And we've reached like peak, like, okay, this girl sucks right now.
Yeah.
Like I understand he ruined the wedding and all that, but this is just really lame, honestly. And then she makes a vague threat to his mom.
Yeah, like she kidnaps his mom.
She takes her to this fair, and it's like, you crossed the line when you're threatening like family members and stuff. Like,
yeah,
you crossed the line. And he tells her like, I never want to see you again. And he's like walking backwards towards this like giant pit, like she's gonna get swallowed up from by hell or something.
Yeah.
And then that's when she sleeps with Greg's dad.
Oh, then she sleeps with her ex-boyfriend's dad.
Rock bottom.
That she reaches so many rock bottoms. She also ends up in jail at some point. Oh my god, she becomes very unlikable at certain points.
Yeah, season 3 is the mean season. She just does a lot of mean shit. And she goes back home, and then her mom is drugging her with antidepressants because she's looking up ways to kill herself. That's when the whole show takes a shift. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
This is getting deep.
Like, if you know any mental health things, like, you get signs from season 1 that you're like, okay, she's super mentally ill. But it's, like, functional. Like, she's still living, even though it's very risky everything she's doing. But there is a point where you're like, wow, she actually needs to be in therapy like 24/7 for a good while. Like she needs a lot of help. And they address it. They address it. And I do like that about the show because a lot of shows are scared to talk about mental health. But she just goes south at some point.
Yeah, before she goes to her mom's house, she like clocks all of her friends and tells them she like berates them.
Yeah. She just destroys because she feels so bad about herself because she reached
So she lashes out.
Like point blank rock bottom. So she's like, oh, I'm going to tell everybody who's here to support me because they kind of do a little surprise intervention where they're trying to get her get some help, and she ends up just ripping each of them apart and telling them everything that's wrong with them and then just storming out and disappearing. And when she does disappear, she ends up going on a flight and she tries to kill herself at some point. And so it's like gets really, really intense. And then in between this, they're still doing the songs and stuff, which you have to mentally prepare yourself for because you're like, oh my God, this is so dark and sad. And then it's like a song. But yeah, it does get dark.
Yeah. And she is seeing a therapist, but she like ignores her a lot. Like,
yeah,
it's very on and off.
I do like the representation of her at the therapist because it shows that a lot of shows are just like, oh, if you go to a therapist, everything will be fine. But it really depends on what you bring to the table for the therapist. Like, are you listening to them? Are you telling them everything? A lot of times you'll see her life in these episodes, and then you'll see the session with her therapist, and she's not telling her therapist anything. Like, she'll just be like, oh, yeah, I'm good. And it's like, what? You, like, just stalked somebody last night. Like, what is going on? And her therapist is tired. Her therapist is so tired. But you have to give it to her because she doesn't give up on her. Some therapists will actually, like, in real life, give up on clients who act like that because she ends up doing a lot of crazy shit, like not just, like, missing appointments and stuff, but, like, boundary breaking stuff. So, you know.
So season 3 is like doing a really hard balancing act between like, okay, we really want to like showcase people with like mental health issues and it's okay and you can get help, but then they gotta like offset it with, you know, some comedy. So like, not a lot of comedies coming from Rebecca, so they have to rely on a lot of side characters.
Yes.
So they go on like goofy tangents, like, you know, Heather becomes like the CEO of like Home Base somehow. You know. Yeah. Then
she ends up like having a baby.
Because Daryl wants to have a kid, and that's why him and White Josh break up. You know, they were probably the healthiest relationship on the show.
They were the healthiest couple on the show.
But for a realistic reason, White Josh doesn't want kids.
Yeah.
He ain't about that life. He's probably not even 30 yet.
And Daryl was like obsessed with having a kid. Even though he has a kid already, he wanted a baby so bad.
The reason I thought he wanted a kid was specifically just because he wanted to have a kid with White Josh, but then they broke up and he was like, no, I still want a kid.
Yeah.
Just like, okay. And it's an interesting storyline because I've never seen a male character or like a single father storyline like this ever. And I was like, okay, this is different.
Yeah.
It's a whole episode where he's like trying to get like the best breast milk like off the black web.
Yeah.
The dark web.
Because he feels bad that his baby is not getting breast milk nutrients, so he goes and finds women who sell breast milk.
Yeah, so a lot of wacky shenanigans are going on while Rebecca's like in therapy and group therapy, getting like, you know, doing exercises and stuff. And some of it works, some of it doesn't. There's a lot of stupid Josh Chan adventures where he becomes a fucking a runway model. He becomes a stripper, and he's like ashamed of this stuff. It's like, why would you be ashamed? Like, you have a nice bod, like flaunt it. No one's gonna shame you for being a male stripper. It's really goofy, and then they do a time skip because Heather becomes the surrogate for Daryl's baby, so they skip like 8 months into the future, and Valencia is just a lesbian with a random chick.
And she looks like fake Ellen DeGeneres. And
we call her Felon.
We call her Felon. She is so weirdly, like, she just shows up and she's so bland and strange. And there's one part where she tells Valencia, like, Josh isn't that bad of a guy.
Yeah, you should be nice to him.
You should be nice to Josh Chan.
And it goes nowhere.
Like, what?
It's like, it goes nowhere, too. It's not like
Yeah.
they're friends or anything. She's just... My problem with this woman is, you know, she just comes out of nowhere. We don't see how they meet. We don't see their relationship blossom. She's just there after a scene, and then we know barely anything about her. Instead of, she basically runs that wedding company with Valencia now.
Yeah. She's
And
a very bland
they really
character to
fumbled
me.
her. Like, you can't just introduce someone's partner and not at least show a flashback, you know?
Yeah, of how they
Because
fell in love or something.
in my headcanon, I don't know how these two would meet and hit it off.
And I also don't think that looks-wise Valencia even would go for a girl like her. Like, I think if Valencia was to be a lesbian, she would go for, like, somebody way bougier. And the girl is just like a Joe Schmo, regular-looking person. It's just... yeah.
He said she ugly.
I said she's regular. She's regular
She a
looking.
5. Like, no shade to the actress. I'm sure she's fine.
No,
It's just
it was just that
the writing,
that character didn't match.
the writing did no favors for her.
Yeah.
And then she's there to the end. It's not like she's here and then she's gone. I mean, she disappears sometimes, but yo, she's there to the end. So I'm like, I don't know. That was a
I was
weird
indifferent
decision.
to her.
But by this point, Rebecca's like sleeping with Nathaniel, and Nathaniel has a girlfriend. So Nathaniel's been cheating on his girlfriend for like 8 months. It's so
Forgot about
fucking
that.
bad.
There's a lot of cheating in this show, and
It is bad.
it just gets from bad to worse every time.
And that's when the episodes start having Nathaniel's name in the title. You go from Josh to Nathaniel because now she has another fucking focus. But he, I don't know, man, he sucks. Because he's not trying to be exclusive with her or anything. I think the only time he wants to be exclusive with her is when she threatens to break it off.
Yeah.
And then this poor woman who he's seeing, like, she gets no development. She's just basically a a plot device to create tension and drama. And yeah, season 3 is messy.
Season 3 is really messy.
Season 3
But
is
I will
messy.
say you start to like Rebecca a little bit more, because there was that dark part of season 2 that you're just like, I hate her. And towards the end of season 3, I was like, you know what? I'm starting to like Rebecca a little more.
A little bit. Like, she needs to treat herself better.
Yeah.
She doesn't become better until she breaks it off with him. But
Yeah.
then Trent comes and tries to fuck everything up again.
Oh.
Trent tries to kill him, right, Nathaniel?
Yeah.
At his like housewarming party.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rebecca pushes Trent off a building to save him, and that's how she ends up in jail.
Yep.
Ends the season in jail, and
Trent's in a coma.
she's like, "No, I deserve this. I deserve to be here."
She goes down this self-deprecating hole where she starts to feel like she's really crazy for everything that she's done, and she starts to kind of face all of that dark stuff that she did. And then she's like, I actually really deserve to be in prison. And Paula is trying to get her out of prison, and she's like, I actually really need to stay here. Like,
Oh my god.
So then while she's in jail, she's like going around. She finds this like theater club that they have in jail, so she starts to try to obsess about that. But it's she's also really in her head in a bad spot.
We do a bootleg Orange is the New Black episode. But she gets out because Paula like threatens Trent to like.
Paula wakes
tell the
Trent
truth.
up from a coma to threaten him.
Yeah, she gets shit done.
Yeah.
Paula gets shit done, so she's released from prison. That's the beginning of season 4. So 4 is basically like her redemption. Trying to get better. She quits lawyering. She opens a pretzel shop.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want to be a lawyer anymore. But she also doesn't want to do the pretzel shop. She's just using it as an excuse.
Yeah. That was just the first thing that popped up because I think there was a few factors. One, the pretzel shop was already in the building of the old lawyer place, and she
Yes.
wanted to be close to her friends.
Yeah, it's like I can see you, but then I don't have to do the work.
Yeah.
So she takes over this pretzel shop as you do. And then, you know, some other quirky. But at this point, there's like so many like side characters. It's a little exhausting.
And then
The cast is big.
And then to piss me off specifically, they bring back a recasted Greg.
Yes.
And so it's a whole new actor. They do have a breaking the wall kind of moment where they mention that he looks different. She's like, he looks different. Like, how is nobody else noticing that he looks different? But he apparently acts the same. I don't know.
You hate new Greg.
I hate new Greg. I hate him. Hate him.
They made him
hate
too
him.
handsome looking.
Yeah, they made it look like he goes to the gym. And like
Regular Greg was a schlub. He was like
regular
the dude from
Greg,
American Pie.
Yeah.
This guy's like the dude from Scrubs.
Ugh.
Just like, you couldn't find someone a little
Schlubbier.
Fuglier.
Yeah, I needed someone a little more ugly and a little more lazy looking.
I always expected Greg to come back, but when he came recasted, I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And the original actor was just like cool with it. He was just busy because I think he's like actually on Broadway. He's like, I'm actually doing a Broadway show, nerds. But he was cool with the casting. But to me, he the writing made him seem like the same Greg. Like the way he talked, super sarcastic, making bad choices. Even after he finds out that she banged his dad, he still wants to date her. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, you're just as bad as she is. Like, everybody's just has no standards. Like, especially Josh of all people. He's living with her this season as a roommate.
And now they're friends. And then all of a sudden he's in love with her again. Whatever.
Like, there's so many women in California. So basically, the show, the final like arc of the show is these three men, Nathaniel,
pining
Greg,
after her,
and Josh pining for her, and it's so messy, but it's also entertaining because it gave me like season 1 vibes.
Yeah,
you know, the music was getting better. You know, it was just really entertaining. They do a play where she writes a song for the first time, and then Nathaniel sings it because the director was like, "You can't sing that song." And it was a good moment. That was a really cool moment. This is also the season where Nathaniel actually like becomes a nice person because Heather basically threatens him to be a nice person. That's like the power of Heather, and he's actually trying. He tries, and it's not just for one episode. Like, he tries, and he's like, you know, hey, I'm a nice person now. I'll buy stuff for you. I'll buy you a car, Heather. Like, that's how he knows how to be a nice person, just throwing money. He helps at the.
But he ends up being there for people and doing things towards the end.
He's still a cheater.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tries multiple times to get Rebecca back, and he fails every time, especially, I think in the first episode, he's like, we should go to Hawaii. But she's like, I need to work on myself. You know, I just got out of prison. She's like, no, white people so selfish. We gotta go to Hawaii now. Mm-hmm. But he's just very short-sighted. And it's like, dude, this girl's been suicidal and she's been through so much.
Yeah, he does have no concept of mental health at all. Like, she clearly tells him, I just need some time. I need to work on my mental health. I need to focus on what I want. And he ends up just crashing out like a big baby and being like, oh,
why don't you love me?
Why don't you love me? Oh my God. And then he ends up having like this full breakdown era. But
he goes into the woods.
Yeah, he goes to the woods. George ends up saving him pretty much.
Oh, man. And then Greg has zero reason to want Rebecca back. Josh has zero reason to want Rebecca back, but this show does somersaults to like get them to a place where they're like, oh man, she's my dream girl.
Yeah.
So they end up going on 3 different dates. And Josh's date is cute.
I thought yeah.
The outdoor camp inside. With
that
the
was
hot
really
dogs.
nice.
It's like, just like camp. Remember? That's the extent of our relationship is at this fucking camp. You know? We don't exist outside of the camp. It's like Westview. Like, oh my God, it's magical. And then Nathaniel takes him to her a mountaintop where there's music playing, but it's the wrong kind of music. It's like funk,
Yeah.
which I would have been up and down. I would have been like, I love this shit. She's like, no, it's cool. And then you just start awkwardly white people dancing.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, I'm so exhausted from these men taking me on these lavish dates. Then Greg's trying to rent a hot air balloon from Weird Al Yankovic. He's like, this is not me. And his car breaks down, so they just end up at a fucking garage.
Yeah.
And ordering takeout, which is exactly what she wanted anyway.
That's all she wanted. So each
she just
date
wanted,
was perfect.
She wanted a chill date.
Yeah.
Real.
And then in the end, we gotta say it, she chooses herself.
Who saw that coming? You wanted her to end up with Nathaniel so bad.
I wanted her to end up with Nathaniel so badly. I was so disappointed, but it was fine. It was a good ending. I thought they addressed everything really well and they wrapped it up in a good way. I'm glad we watched the show. I did want to give up at certain points, especially I think the worst parts for me is when she gets really terribly obsessed with Josh, the horror one, and the jail when she's like, I want to stay in jail. Those two moments where like I almost gave up on the show, but I'm glad I didn't because it wrapped up really well and it did a good job of giving everybody their little time to shine.
Yeah, they made her very unlikable in some parts, but you could say it's a metaphor for how she feels about herself.
Yeah.
She's like, because she feels like shit, so we can like see her as a shitty person. But in the show, did the mature choice and realized like her dream. After all 4 seasons of having these musical numbers, Paula's like, where do you go when you zone out? She's like, I don't want to tell you. Even though they've been friends for like years at this point, why would you just tell her? It's not embarrassing. So she takes her to like her dreamatorium. And because at the last episode, she does like a medley of different songs with different outfits, all these callbacks. And Paula's like, dude, you ever write this shit down? She's like, Rebecca's like, write it down. I'm like, it's the most like in your face like solution. Like, yeah, write this shit down, girl. This shit is fire. Yeah. And then a year later, she does like her first concert, her first open mic concert. We don't get to see, but we can imagine it's a lot of the songs we've seen before. Like, what else could it be? It's a good ending.
It was a good ending.
Cause, yeah, like she's just like me for real. She writes songs. She imagines what they look like in her head, and it's like, yeah, it's very relatable. So
Yeah.
I'm like, they wrote this for me. I feel very satisfied. And they do have a bonus live concert, which was fun.
That was really fun to watch.
Most of the cast sings the songs, at least I guess the favorite ones, the popular ones, live. They did the We Don't Need No Man anthem.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah, everybody did like their solos. They did a Heavy Boobs encore, which was cut from the broadcast. Those bastards. Which was also cut was White Josh and Nathaniel singing the Hot Guys Have Feelings Too.
Oh, I hated that song.
And he took off his shirt and his pants. But it's funny because Daryl joins them.
Oh, yeah.
It was a really cute ending. It's not a show that's easy to watch. It makes you feel uncomfortable, but it's also like relatable, like especially the people you meet in life and at work. And yeah, it's not your average sitcom, so I appreciate it.
I really liked it.
I hope she gets to work on another show someday. Doesn't seem like she's had like a huge project like this since. Besides like stand up, she has a stand up special.
Yeah.
Very talented minds That stand-up special was really good too.
It was really good.
It was dealing with death and her having a baby
during COVID.
Death of her best friend. Yeah, so it was like the show. It was dark, then lighthearted. Dark, then lighthearted. So that's like her thing. She's not afraid to get real.
She does a really good job of it.
So it was a good show. If you haven't seen it, we spoiled it.
We spoiled it, but watch it anyway.
You can still watch it, girl. For pride. Fake Ellen. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about books for 30 minutes.
I could talk about books for 30 minutes.
Book corner.
Oh, where do I get started?
You don't, because I have to go to work. Well, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Hopefully I'll see you on another day.
Probably will.
Okay. Get your tickets for Spider-Man.
And Toy Story 5.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Oh, I wish I had a song for her to play. Got them heavy boobs. Heavy boobs. Yeah, download heavy boobs. Just type it. Just type in heavy boobs. I'm sure you'll get the results I'm expecting.